Hey everyone, welcome to Sims 14. Mom, you will take notice we are in the new home. If you guys don't remember, we haven't had one last week because there was a double episode of Sims Out on Their Own. But this week we are back. But if you guys haven't remembered, in the last episode, Grace met with this woman who actually, she is really close friends with her stepmom, and they said about they were willing to help her out, being that she's kind of out on her own with 3 kids of her own now. And so this woman said that she'd be willing to allow her to come to like her mountain lodge place, which is a place to help with mothers and all that. And so she helps with mothers as well as her son. And however, there's a little bit of a secret about this place as well. And the secret will revolve around this little one right here, Emil, which is a new character that's introduced, as well as one other character, because we've met in the last Teen Mom, we met uh, Miya. However, Jasper is Maya's son, who is right here. And this is his adoptive, well, not really adoptive son, but he says that he's adopted, but he's actually biologically his. And the secret will be revealed very soon on who the mother is or whatever and how he got pregnant. But there's something a little bit different about Emil than the others. So technically he is the grandson of Miya. But with that said, let's go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a tour. So this room here is going to be used for the twins when they get up. But for now, this is Emil's room. Then we have this room here, which is going to be kind of for like it's Emil. Oh wait, no, that's the twins' room. This is Emil's room. This is Grace's room, but Grace kind of has the kids in here for now. And up here we have Maya's room. And then if you go upstairs one more, this is Jasper's room. But we also have like a lounge area up here, a couple bathrooms, a dining room area, and kitchen area upstairs. But down here we have a bathroom and just like a little living room and all that. But altogether, this is a pretty decent sized house that they moved into. And Miya and them are at work. Well, actually, Miya just got back from work. But I think for now, Grace and them are just kind of getting used to things. Emmy is now a toddler as well as Avery is, and Asher. So all 3 of them are toddlers right now. But if I have to look at the calendar, yeah, okay, hold on. Post-game pressure. Following a difficult loss, Jasper sat down with the media for the post-game interview because Jasper is a athlete. Already feeling heated, angrily flashed in his eyes when a reporter asked statistically, "This was one of the worst choke jobs in the history of the sport. Your team has had a commanding lead and collapsed in the last minute. Who's responsible for that?" With his emotions surging, Jasper wanted to unleash a rant and point out that the coaching staff didn't have him on the field in the final moments, but he knew that such issues could be handled within the locker room anyways from the public. Will Jasper blame his coach for not utilizing his talents or act like a professional athlete? So he will gain fame, but he will get demoted and lose his reputation, or he could just discuss winning and losing as a team. So I think he's going to go ahead and do the losing as a team. But anyways, as I was stating, Miya is back home, and all 3 of the kids are, of Grace's kids are toddlers right now, but Emmy should be aging up very soon because of the fact that she's older than the others. But also, guys, I did forget, we have a little bit of a basketball area out back here, as well as a little bit of a pool and all that. But right now, it's winter, so I don't think they'll be really doing anything with the pool. But anyways, in this episode, I kind of want Grace to, like, dive a little bit into how Jasper had Emil. And Emil doesn't know that she doesn't know. Even Maya doesn't know that she doesn't know. But she's going to go ahead and just get to know him a little bit, because obviously her kids are going to be around him for a little bit of time, and that alone kind of makes her a little bit of, even though Emil doesn't really have to sleep. I just want to say that he has a room, but he doesn't have to sleep. So that's why it's going to be okay. Only to have 4 rooms. But these guys are talking, and she's like, so, how did you come about, like, how did your dad adopt you? Like, who was your parents and all that? And he said, my dad didn't really adopt me. Um, the fun thing is, I'd rather you have ask my dad, because um, I don't know if he wants you to know the truth. But, so I would ask him, but when he gets home, Grace is like, all I'm just trying to do, sweetheart, is I just want to get to know you a little bit and see who you are as a person. And Emil's like, I understand that. I just rather have my dad answer that question. But she's like, well, then how was your day at school? Um, he's like, it was really cool. I met, a couple kids and all that. And all that, and she's like, well, from my couple days here that I've been here, I've taken notice that you don't really seem like you're like you eat a lot, or you need to sleep. And he's like, yeah, I've always had like a sleep deprived mind. Like, I don't really need to sleep, and I don't really need to eat as much as well, but I can. But I think that ultimately my job here is to be a kid, and then I was told that I can grow up and um, invade this living space and potentially help out my grandma and my father in running this place. So right now you will take notice Maya is actually bathing Emmy, and that reason why, like, you guys might be thinking, well, this woman just kind of met. Well, if you actually think about it, Grace actually knew Maya. Maya and Grace knew each other for a little while now, because these two were in the same school, and she's talked with, like, they were in the same lunch, but they weren't really, like, they were friends, but they were in the same lunch, but she was a little bit older than Grace, and she's opened this up, and because she was a struggling singles mom, and with Jasper, and then now Jasper has Emil. And so Grace is like, I really want to know um who Emil's parents are, but the twins, well, Emmy's sleeping, but the twins are here. We have Asher and Avery. Both of them are twins. I think there's a little bit of a difference about them. They are twins. I think one might have blonde hair and one has black hair. Um, that's the way I did it, to kind of tell them apart, because they are identical. But for now, it's kind of getting late here, and I'm gonna pick this storyline up in the morning. So I'll be back once it's morning in The Sims. Okay, well, I know I said I was gonna pick this up in the morning, but Jasper's home, so I kind of thought we could do this now. Jasper is going to go ahead and, like, he does every time he comes home. He goes to check on Emil as soon as I can find where Emil is. Because this is a big house. Okay, Emil is here. Emil is here. So he's going to go ahead and check on Emil. And Emil's going to go ahead and tell him, like, Grace has been asking me, like, who my parents are. And obviously she knows you're my father. But she's asked me who my mother is. And I don't know what I'm supposed to tell her. So I asked her to ask you. So that's what he's going to say to his father. And I think Jasper doesn't want to tell him, like, she's like, she said, so okay, I will take care of it. I will go tell Grace who your parents are. But ultimately, he's just going to be lying to her because the real thing will be revealed in the next episode. But there's something a little bit off about Emil. Like I said, he has a little bit of a difference about him. So he's going to go ahead and tell her his mother was someone that was never really around in his life. That's why he don't like talking about it. And she never really wanted a relationship with him. And so ever since she pretty much had him, he was with me. And my mother was kind of like his parent. Um, so So that's why he doesn't like doing it. But the real story will be revealed in the next episode. But these two seem like Grace knows that there's still something a little bit off about Emil. Like normally kids would eat and all of that, and that's the thing. And so so she's like, there's definitely something a little bit off about but they're gonna go ahead and get the kids to go to sleep. Chadwick is here. I don't understand how. I know he's a vampire, so it's kind of creeping me out. So I'm going to go ahead and have Maya tell him that he needs to leave then. Maya's going to tell him, you can't be here, you need to leave. But Jasper has put Avery to bed. But now we have Asher and Emmy to put to bed. But Asher is hungry, so Emmy's coming down to go to bed. And Asher needs food. So this is the hard thing with having 3 toddlers. You can't find them. Either way, let's go ahead and click on the food thing, and it should give us the option to ask for food. Because the way you can do it that way. Anywho, I'll be back in the morning once they get up. Okay, so it's about 7 in the morning on Wednesday, so Emil will be heading into school today, but today I kind of thought that Emil would do a little bit of something that might give away what he is, but I kind of think that he is going to go ahead and remove his, first off, I'm going to lock this door to where he can only enter. Lock this door, everyone but Emil. Because usually when he's behind the door, he can remove something. But he's out here in the living room, and he's showed his true style, which I gotta change it. Hold on a minute. Okay. So, yes, if you haven't guessed it, Emil is an alien. And I will dive more into this, but I just wanted to add an alien to the series because besides my orphanage challenge, I've never had an alien-based sim in my game, and Emil is the first. But you will take notice that Emil has some blue in his hair, and that's because of the alien, but his normal hair color is blonde. I don't know where he's going. He's going upstairs, so he should be fine with his grandmother and his father, which should already know that he is a alien. But the only problem is Grace does not know, and neither do any of the kids. But he's going into his grandmother's room to play on the computer, which I think she's fine with. But the problem is if Grace wakes up and she sees him, things are definitely going to change around here. Like, she's going to notice that he is an alien. And these guys are going to eventually get a dog. That's why I put a dog bowl down. But he has to go to school. And he also goes to a special school as well, to where the school knows that he's an alien, so he doesn't really have to hide that from the school, because he goes to like a special school, so the school knows he's an alien, so the school knows he's special. But we are still going to have him make some friends while he's at school, just to see if he can meet anybody, even a human child. But with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and end this one out after a little bit here. Hold on. Emmy is up. She's hungry, so she's definitely going to be waking Grace up. So, Grace, why don't you get up and give your daughter something to eat? Give Emmy some yogurt for breakfast. That's fine. You're a little bit hungry yourself then, too, but obviously children have to come first. Do not wake up Asher. Okay. And Jasper is up as well. So Jasper, if any of the twins wake up, he should be able to help out, because I don't think he works till... Yeah, he works for another 4 hours. So he's good. But he is an all-star as a professional athlete. And his mom is a writer. But I think that he is going to go ahead and Grace, he's going to grab something to eat first, and then he's going to come down and watch the kids for Grace then. But anyways, I think in the next episode, Grace is going to potentially find out Emil's secret and potentially find out how Jasper actually had an alien baby, even though Jasper is not an alien. And so I will be back next week for another episode of Teen Mom. So this one was quite interesting, but and to recap, we have moved into the mountain lodge. Grace and her 3 kids did. They met the people in the mountain lodge, and she's kind of already realized that there's a little bit something fishy about Jasper and how he had his son. It was Jasper pretty much told her a lie and said that his that Emil's mother didn't really want him, but that's definitely not the case. And Emil has met Ambrose, so that's going to be interesting. And it seems funny because I do have something special planned with Ambrose once the new pack comes out, so you guys will not want to miss that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and end this one out. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace.